Alright, it is the next day. We're checking out Sturgis Township building. Today is September 24th. It's 1:09 in the afternoon. Sturgis Township just opened up for the day. Crossing 12 real quick. Me and Jay walking, but we're crossing. There ain't no crosswalks this far out of town. Board meeting 9/9 at 4 p.m., 9:23 at 7 p.m. No long-term parking, so no loitering basically. This will be getting better. I just don't have any. I don't have my gimbal yet. I'm waiting for it in the mail. Like just a private parking area back here. Security system sign. So this parking lot looks a whole lot better than what the police station. I wonder why that is. Why was this one in the budget and the police station wasn't? This one seems like it has a lot less traffic. Another sign about no long-term parking. Flags aren't quite flying high, but they're in good shape today. Edges look good. Planned board meeting canceled today. Ooh. Wonder why that is. Hi, I was just calling to take a look around the office real quick.
For what?
I'm just coming to see what's available in the office, get any of the public information you have out.
I don't understand what you mean, hon.
Well, I need to see like what kind of services you guys have here. I had a couple of questions, but then also I was going to get any pamphlets or stuff that you guys had out for the public.
Well, I'll come out there. I'll be right there.
All right. One. Hi. Yeah. I was just kind of seeing what you guys did here. I seen a little bit on the sign out there, but I didn't know what kind of services entirely you guys were doing here. Is this where they do the board meetings?
Yeah, we have our board meeting. Every township has a board meeting.
Okay, I just didn't know if they were here or if they were at a different building because I'd seen about the community meetings.
Sturgis Township.
Okay.
Board meeting. Not the city.
Okay.
The city is held uptown.
Okay.
We are Sturgis Township. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Why?
This is a public building. I'm just filming what I got going on.
Really, but I would really rather not be filmed.
Yeah, but I was assaulted in the Secretary of State's office yesterday, so I'm going to record for my safety at least.
Honey, I'm keeping you out there for my safety. So, everybody has their own safety. So, but I just don't appreciate being on your video.
Well, it's part of being a public servant is that you signed up to be a member of the public. Your name and stuff is...
So there you go. You're being videoed as well. We are a township hall. You pay taxes here. You can pick up stickers to go to the compost. You can pick up passes to go to the trash in Three Rivers. We give each one of our township members 2 of those passes a year. We give you a sticker to go to the compost every year. And those are things the township pays for that we get. Well, online, you can pick up anything you need. If you're going to put up a fence in your yard or need to, talk to Joe, who is our zone administrator, we can give you his, well, you can go online and get his number. You can go to sturgistownship.org.
Okay.
Everything you need is out there.
So Sturgis Township is like Sturgis, but outside of city limits, correct?
We're a township, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys would be over like, TSC and McDonald's that have a country address instead of a city one?
That strip there is kind of broken up. TSC and Dunham's
Okay.
are in the township. No, McDonald's is not.
Okay.
So as you go down the strip, you'll find you have some townships and some cities.
Okay.
It just depends.
And does the township have a noise ordinance at a certain period?
We do not have a noise ordinance.
Okay.
That I know of. Getting it enforced is hard. What we tell people is just go talk to your neighbors.
Yeah.
And ask them to please be respectful of closing things down at a certain time. Now, I know the state has an ordinance for fireworks that must be turned off at, I think, midnight or something.
Okay.
And they only allow certain days for them to go off, but that is the state's ordinance for the entire state. That supersedes us.
Okay.
If the state puts out an ordinance, that will always supersede us. Other than that.
Yeah, I was just checking on that. They had Tractor Supply a couple weeks ago. They had their alarm going off all night, and when I called to try to complain about it, they told me there's nothing they could do with it.
Well, yeah, we don't have a noise ordinance, but you think they would have wanted to. That doesn't make sense. You think the police would have gone down there for that?
Yeah, they claimed the police went down there and everything, and then they just didn't do anything about it until about 5 in the morning.
Maybe they were just having more trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only question about the noise ordinance with that. Other than that, I was just kind of seeing what you guys had available here. I was going to take a look at the publicly accessible parts of the offices.
I really just, when I'm here by myself, I just don't really let people in unless,
No, I understand that, but also these are public offices. We're supposed to be able to come and see the offices if they're open to the public too.
I know, but
I understand what you're saying. I understand that you're not comfortable. I got you.
For my personage here,
Yeah, maybe that's something where the township should start hiring somebody else here, maybe posting an officer out this part.
We don't make a lot of money. That's why we're not here all the time. That's why mostly you have people my age doing these jobs. I'm 67 years old. You either have people my age or a little older, because everybody else is working full-time jobs.
Right.
Because the pay here isn't, what you would earn at a regular position. But yet we take on the responsibility because it's a civic duty job.
Correct.
And I understand, yes, it's a public office, it should be open to everybody. Well, come on the day you vote. You can walk right in the door. You can look around at everything.
And that'd be different if this is a private office, but if it's publicly funded by tax dollars to be open, it should be available to the public, at least in the publicly accessible areas. That's my point. I know you're doing what your boss or your manager told you to do, but
I don't have a boss or manager. I'm voted in.
okay.
I am voted in by the constituents of Sturgis Township. I am a treasurer. That is my job. You have a clerk, a treasurer, a supervisor, and 2 trustees. But I am a 67-year-old woman by myself. And I don't like people coming in just because they want to come in. If you have business, I will let you in and conduct business.
Well, I mean, recording in a public space is business.
What?
Recording in a public space is business. It's the First Amendment. It's constitutionally protected business.
I don't really know, but I will check into everything you are saying. But I don't know if recording in a public facility is, I don't know any of this. I've been here numerous years, in many different positions as a treasurer since 2018. But that's all I can tell you. I want to feel comfortable letting someone in and, walking around the building with them and, but this building is open a lot of times. That you can avail yourself to walking in that door. Do you live in my county?
So would it be open like another day of the week when it would be more than just you here?
Do you live in my county?
Would it be open more than one day of the week?
I live in my township.
That's not the point. This is a public office. It's open 5 days a week in the afternoons. Is there another day? It was online when I just looked. It said you guys are open 5 days a week from 1 to 5 or 2 to 5.
I don't know where you saw that online, but you did not see that on Sturgis Township.
I seen it on Google where it was just posted for you guys.
Well, I'll look on Google
Okay.
because I've never seen that.
So how many?
You have no township business.
I'm curious. Is there another day when there's somebody else here then?
I really don't want to continue this conversation. You have filmed me this entire time.
Yes, ma'am.
Against what I asked you to do.
Do you have a phone number for somebody I can contact above you then? Somebody who's above you in the township? Okay, can I get one for the other constituents in the office then? Can I get their business cards? Yes, ma'am, but I'm asking for their business cards because I'm here in the office. So you're denying me the business cards that I'm allowed to have because they're public information?
I don't know what you want me to give you.
I just asked if you can give me their business cards so I can contact them. There's not any in their offices right back there?
Please, sir, go on your phone. I'm going to go back to my desk and do my job. Okay? SturgisTownship.org.
Yes, ma'am, but your job is interacting with the public courteously.
I have been courteous, but you're pushing.
I'm not pushing. I'm asking questions that I should be allowed to ask of my government. Correct, and I should be able to ask these questions of you guys and get the information from you at this office.
Okay, I'm going to read.
Okay. I'm sure the voters will love to hear this. You don't want to help the public.
I will, and I'm not, do what you gotta do, mister. I'll follow you.
I'm sure they're going to love to hear that you're going to not assist the public. Well, if she's calling the police, we can't leave now. We have to sit here and talk to the police about how we're available to be in public buildings. It's a whole bunch of plaques and recognition. You're supposed to be able to come into your taxes and see the treasurer right here. And as she just claimed to us, there's public services available in this office. Yeah, we are not allowed in because we have a camera. As they're recording me, but I can't record them. And simply because I have a camera, I am unsafe. Pay your bills online, Sturgis Township. Not flyers, just the paper. Not really much else. I do see that the fire extinguisher doesn't have any kind of tag. Oh, there it is. Looks like, oh, that's a pull tag. That's not a date. So your fire extinguishers aren't marked. It's rather odd. Not sure.
Our supervisor's gonna come up and talk with you.
Okay. official ballot drop-off when you don't want to show your ID to vote because you don't have an ID to vote. It's a cool concept, but people got to think about the concept and how it affects our elections. If you don't have to show an ID to vote, it means that you're not proving that you're a citizen before you place your vote, or proving that you are a citizen of that state or county, city, whatever election you're voting in. If you're not proving that you're actually a resident or somebody of that district, you're not accurately representing that district in the vote. And they know this, which is why they allow it to happen, because they know they can add people and subtract people, and both teams can do it. They can just try to outdo their opponent. And this isn't just saying the two major parties, but all of them in general, these local elections as well. This lady is so upset and butthurt that we're here recording at a public office that she won't allow us access to public services because we're here recording. I'm gonna go ahead and get back with you guys if something else happens. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it right here while I wait for the supervisor to show up and see what's going on. Really am just waiting, huh? I hope my battery don't die or my camera don't fill up on the way while I'm waiting. Let's get a couple pictures from this side. They do have several yard signs here along the side of the building. Not truly sure what's up with that. Got internet services. Roofing. Arborist. Windshield. Like something landscapers pulled out, but it looks like services they probably had at this building. It's kind of odd how those handicap signs are facing. That one should probably be corrected to actually face the spot. There'll be something for the town supervisor right here. I don't think anybody's parking like this in their handicap parking spot, to be straight on with that. And looks like their paint or their cement maybe isn't exactly the best, so when that peels up in a year or so, when they paint it over all these spots that were blue, yellow, and they come back and park here without that there, when that's not visible, they're going to try to ticket somebody for parking in a handicap. Did the same thing over here. They painted over it yellow over the blue. And the purpose of the blue is so that it's visible day and night. That's why they paint it that blue color. I'm not sure if it's a Michigan code, but some states it is code that it has to be a blue. It can't be yellow. I understand this is the Sturgis Township and they believe that they're above the law and they can do what they want. But that's not how this works. Like, It's insane. Beautiful trees here, though. Very nice view. Another one of those cameras that's so scary, but it lets her know that I'm here. But mine's scary enough that she doesn't want it in the building. There's another one there. And way down there. Scary camera. It's gonna show her being rude and upset about the fact that the public are asking questions. So maybe she doesn't get elected again next year? That's crazy. It's almost like that's how it's supposed to happen. When you're caught being unprofessional and rude, the public notices. Two flags right there are supposed to mean freedom. Let's see what the township supervisor has to say about it, since they're all elected and there's no food chain here, which I feel like the township supervisor would be above all the other elected officials who would be being supervised by the township supervisor. Even get one of these trees. How you doing? I was just asking if I could come in and see some of the public offices in here, some of the public lobbies, and she said she was uncomfortable with that, and I asked her if there was another day where maybe there's more than one person in there, or if I could get a card of one of the other people that works in the office. Maybe one of them would be willing to let me come in and see the office, and she seemed to get upset, and she told me she was going to call the police on me.
Well,
I'm not really sure what her deal is, I guess, other than that.
let me spin that back around to you. I guess, why would you need to come into the office? Are you a township resident?
I'm just seeing what public services you guys have available. If you guys had brochures and stuff out, I was going to see if I could get some brochures before I left. I'm basically just checking out the public offices in Sturgis right now. Okay. Yesterday I got assaulted at the Secretary of State's office, so when she asked me to shut off my camera, I told her, no, man, this is for my protection right now, and then she seemed to get upset and said, well, you're in the lobby for my protection. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. But
Okay, so what kind of brochures are you looking for?
I was just kind of seeing what you guys had available. I asked her who was here. She said it was the treasurer and I couldn't
Just
remember.
the treasurer is the only one here right now.
Okay.
The clerk comes later in the, day.
Clerk. Okay.
And then we have a meeting, we had a meeting last night for the Planning Commission, which is the fourth Monday of the month. And then the first Monday of the month is our board meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. People dropping off tax stuff is what they'll do. And so she'll grab that from him. But typically when she's here by herself, we don't allow people into the office just for safety reasons.
No, and I understand that part of it, and I told her that. But I also said this is a public office, and
It is.
you guys are posted open right now, so the
You're
office
welcome to go in there and
should be
buzz
available.
the thing, and it's available. You're welcome to go in there, buzz the thing, and talk to anybody you want. You can't go in the office right now. It's just the way it is. It's the way we deal with everybody. So, if you wanted something specific,
Seems like he just went in the office.
and possible she might know him if he.
Okay, but that's profiling then. That's being prejudiced against members.
He's a township resident dropping off township taxes.
No, sir.
If you would like to call the police, go ahead and call the police. I'll be here and be glad to talk to him with you. We're not going in the office. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, but I'm saying with what you're doing right now is profiling. You guys are elected officials.
I'm not profiling.
Yes,
you're not a township resident.
You don't know that.
You're not. You told me you weren't.
I didn't say that. I said I'm going around the buildings in Sturgis. She asked if I was a resident. I said that doesn't apply here. That doesn't matter. I'm asking questions of my government.
If you want to enter into the office, you'd have to have business, either paying taxes or election information or election business.
Okay, but getting information like I'm asking election information would be one of those
what
things.
information you want, I would be glad to grab that for you.
Correct, but it's unfair that he would get to go in the office and not me.
No.
It is.
He is paying taxes. He's got business in the office.
This is business.
No.
This is constitutionally protected business.
You're welcome to call the police. Call the police if you want. I'll stand here, wait with you. No?
This is something where I would be contacting your constituents and putting out a news story on this because you guys are prejudicing against the public.
Go for it. If you think it's an issue, you blast it wherever you want to blast it. Okay? That we're not allowing a non-township resident into our township offices with a treasurer that's there by herself when we don't know who you are.
Well, now she's not here by herself. She has another person in there with her by herself.
You won't identify yourself.
With her by herself. I'm not required to. That's the Fourth Amendment.
Okay.
You guys can't violate that.
I understand. And if you don't
Your rules can't violate that. Your rules for your office are not allowed to violate the Constitution, sir.
Will you? Can you be quiet for half a second?
Can you not violate my constitutional rights, please?
I'd be glad to, but if you don't want to identify yourself...
That's not a requirement. That's from Fourth Amendment.
I either call the police or leave or stand out here in the parking lot. You're not getting in the office. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a Fourth Amendment.
Okay. Whatever you decide. So find out. Call your lawyer down here. I'll talk to them. Call whoever you want to come down and talk to them. You are not getting in the office unless you tell me that you have township business and you want to go in the office and talk to our treasurer.
And who are you to restrict me out of a public office?
I am the township supervisor. I get to make decisions for the township in regards to these kinds of things.
With the sign off of the people.
Okay. So you get
this is a public office. This is the people's building. This is the people's building.
You get somebody to run against me or whatever you want to do. You run against me if you're a township resident. It's an open election. Be glad to run against somebody.
And this is an open public building.
You keep reinstating. I'm telling you what's not going to happen.
You're telling me you're violating the law.
Okay. Call the police.
This is a First Amendment violation.
Violating the law, call the police. If I'm not, then stand here and just keep jaw jacking at me. Doesn't matter. You are not getting in the office. You can't be more clear than that.
As you let other members of the public in the office.
Obviously, he has business.
I had business.
Okay, you tell me what your business is.
I'm recording in the office. I'm checking out your publicly available office spots in the office. So because I have a camera and I want to record in your office, I'm not allowed in your office.
You won't tell me who you are and what business you have.
That's not a requirement.
Don't tell me if you're a township resident. Then I don't have to let you in.
That's not a requirement to come in this building.
Whatever the case may be. You're not getting in the office. I can't be more clear. If you want to call the police, call the police. I'll stand here and wait for them. And we'll see what they say. Are you going to do it or not?
No, I'm just making sure I'm getting you good on camera, denying the public access to a public office.
I'm not denying the public. You saw the public
access to a public office.
Public that had business in our township.
I have business, constitutionally protected business.
Call the police. You want my name? I'll give you my name.
I'd like to get a card, but she's refusing that as well. I've asked for cards for everybody in this office. But denial of service is your guys' thing. Township Supervisor denying the public services. This resident, I guess, has special privileges that put him above me in the eyes of the supervisor.
There you go. There's my card. Welcome to have it. You're welcome to stand here in this little foyer as long as you want. But you are not going in the office. And if you try to force your way in, I will call the police.
Of course, that would be illegal, like what you're doing right now by keeping the public out of a public office.
Whatever, call the police. If it's illegal, call the police. Not gonna do it?
Well, I'd have to stop recording you, and then you might assault me, like it happened at the Secretary of State yesterday. Like I said, I got assaulted on public office yesterday, and
You want me to call the police?
You go ahead. Feel free.
I don't want to.
Feel free.
If you're gonna stand here and not just understand basic things about you not getting in the office.
You understand that you're violating the Constitution.
I understand. You keep...
People who have died for these rights, and you don't care.
Gosh, are you gonna be all right? People have died for their rights to come in a township office
to be in public and not have you Nazis restricting access.
Oh my gosh. Are you getting this?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay. Well, are you gonna post it on YouTube or something? I hope so, because you look like just an idiot.
The fact that I can't come into a public place.
You are more than welcome to go in that foyer and talk to anybody you want to talk to. You're not going in the office unless you have specific business. Mm-hmm. Can't be more clear than that.
Well, I'm glad your guys' parents trained you guys to be so rude, because you and her are very rude for being public servants.
You don't listen.
I don't need to listen. You have no authority over me right now, sir.
I'm the rude one, but you're telling me I don't need to listen.
I don't have to. You have no authority over me. What makes you think you have authority over me right now? What makes you think that?
I am the township supervisor. For
okay, so that makes you law enforcement. That makes you able to push people around. Can you arrest somebody?
I'm not harassing anybody. You're the one.
I said arrest, not harass. I said arrest.
I'm not arresting anybody.
Cool. So if you can't do any of that, why do you think that you can restrict the public from being in a public office?
Because I am the township supervisor and I'm responsible for the safety.
During your open hours.
So go in there for you right now, press the button, talk to anybody you want to talk to.
And other members of the public are able to go back there, which makes that a public space.
He's got tax business he needed to do.
Which makes that a public space that you're not allowing me to be in.
Tax business you need to do. We're going around in circles here. This isn't going to change. So either call the police or leave.
I told you you're more than welcome to.
I don't want to. I would prefer you just leave like any normal, reasonable human being.
I'm not sure what you're hiding in there that's so nefarious. Are you like embezzling taxes for the township?
You are welcome to come to any, I told you, our meetings, planning commission meeting, 7 o'clock, the fourth Monday of the month. Board meeting, I will be glad to see you there. 4 o'clock, the first one, actually I won't be there, I'll be on vacation. But you are welcome. We have our financials go out then, we have a treasurer's report, we have a bills for payment for the month. You are welcome to come in and look at those. I will get you copies of those if you want copies. If you have an email address, I will be glad to send those to you.
So what are you so terrified of me seeing now?
Nothing. I just don't want you in there. You don't need to be in there.
So you're specifically choosing me to keep out?
Anybody that comes here that won't identify themselves, he identified himself.
So your requirement is to violate your Fourth Amendment to enter a public building. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You have to identify yourself and violate your Fourth by giving your name?
Whatever you think, but you're obviously a whole lot brighter than I am, so we'll let you decide whatever you want to do. I don't know, maybe you can go out and get a job. Maybe that would be helpful for you to...
Oh, I have a job, and
good.
I actually contribute to society rather than violating people's constitutional rights.
Gosh. All right, what are we going to do here? You're not going in. So either you've got to call the police or you've got to leave. One of the two.
I'm not leaving.
I'll trespass you.
You can try. I'm in public.
We can still trespass.
Go ahead. Go ahead and call the police. Try to trespass me. I'm recording in public space, sir.
Oh, you're fine. But you can't go in. And you don't seem to understand that. It doesn't seem to be getting through.
But I can be in there if I give them my name. If I give them my name, I can go in.
Not necessarily.
That's what you just said.
No. If you don't have business here, there's no reason for you to go in.
This is business.
This isn't business.
This is business, sir.
Being annoying, which is...
Well, I'm sorry that you feel like you're such a communist that you don't want to have your rights.
I voted Republican my whole life. I'm sure you're all, I don't know what you're doing. We're first minute auditors have nothing else better to do than go out and bother people.
I'm in a public office where you guys are supposed to serve the public.
We are serving the
Your job
public.
is to serve the
Did
public.
you see the guy that went in there that had business? Okay.
And my
He was
business
paying
was
his
ignored,
taxes.
and I was yelled at
What
for
business? What business?
it to record in a public office.
You're not recording. No,
You
don't-
can't
there's
restrict the
nothing.
press from
We
the
have-
public.
We have
You can't restrict the press, sir.
we have tax information there for people. We have other things in there that should not be
That
recorded.
you are required to keep hidden in the non-public areas of the office.
Right. But
Which that is a public area
I can't
because the public
control
went back
where
there.
you're going.
You can because there's restricted areas. There's things that say employees only.
You
There's
understand?
shut and locked doors, correct?
You understand that this is not a very big office,
Yes,
right?
sir.
The only place you can really go is the place where we hold our meetings, which has nothing in it.
Right, and what's so wrong with me going in there?
I don't give a crap, but you don't need to.
Right, so just because I have a camera, I won't
Yeah.
give up my Fourth Amendment.
Okay.
You guys want to violate my First, and now you want to trespass me for that. This seems very American for a government official.
Are you about done? I mean, this is extremely annoying and just unnecessary because you.
And apparently it's very necessary because you're not upholding the oath of your office.
What's the oath of office?
Have you sworn an oath to the Constitution in this office?
I have no idea.
You don't remember?
I don't remember. Probably.
So you're too complacent in your office. You need to.
That's it. Whatever you say is right because you are.
If you
obviously
can't
a
remember the
whole lot
duties of your
smarter.
office,
Tell you
then you're
what.
too complacent.
Go run against me. Okay? You're so smart, you can let everybody in here that wants to come in all the time. You're going to have whatever you want done in here. Run against me on the next election. You are more than welcome to. I don't know what else to tell you. You just want to cause problems, but you don't really.
I'm not here to
do
cause
anything.
problems. I'm here to record in public.
You don't really
I
wanna
asked
do
to come in and get brochures and public
There's
information
no brochure.
out of these offices.
No, we don't really have brochures. Everything on the website. We don't really give out brochures. You want to go see what we're doing? Go on the website and see. SturgisTownship.org.
And again, what's so hidden? Why are we paying for this building if you were doing everything online? Why pay for this
See
building?
People coming in and paying taxes.
You can do it online. You just said that.
Yeah, you can, but some people don't like it.
And I don't want to go online for my information. I want to come in.
Well, no. We're not required to give you information.
You are. You're public information. The public information you're required to provide to the public, sir. That is a requirement, and that is a second individual now that's going into your closed office.
Right, not closed. It's open for people that have township business. They have paying taxes, in this case, because we're at the end of the summer tax season, they're paying taxes. What
But
else to tell you?
it's so unsafe for one person to be in there, but two people are in there right now with the treasurer by herself. Remember, it was a safety problem before, correct?
Are you going to...
Correct? It was a safety issue, right?
That's part of it.
Right, but now there's two people in there with her.
Just-
Why aren't you in there with her if you're so worried?
Just leave.
I thought you were worried about it.
You know what my guess is? My guess is they know them because we're not a very big township and they pay taxes every year. Nobody knows you.
Okay, so you're prejudiced against me then because you don't know me?
Whatever you say.
What is that? Why is one member of the public better than the other?
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense.
All right, I'm just going to be done talking to you. Whatever you want, I'm going to tell our treasurer you do not come in the office. You can stand there in the foyer all you want. That's the part that's open right now, and then she will let in people that have business inside, paying taxes.
But you threaten to trespass me if I go into the office.
I threaten to trespass if you stand here forever and won't leave and cause a nuisance.
I could be here till
People
5
coming in.
o'clock. You guys are open till 5. You guys are open to the public. Time, place, and manner restrictions, sir. Time, place, and manner. But if I do the same thing other members of the public are doing, I will be arrested for trespass.
You have taxes to pay?
Other members of the public are going into that office.
You have taxes to pay, like they do.
That office is open to the public, sir.
You have taxes to pay. Like
And that office is open to the public.
It's open to people that are paying
To the
taxes.
public. The public.
Call the police.
The people.
Call the police. Call the police. Tell you what, I'll go inside so you know that I won't assault you, and you can call the police. How about that? You can stop recording, call the police, get them here, and then we can all take it out. How about that? I'll go inside. Sound like a good plan?
You not doing your job some more? Yeah, that sounds about right.
What's about my job? You want me to call the police for you?
I'm not telling you to call them for me. I'm saying right here, not allowing the public to be in here as a supervisor, not knowing the law around your job.
I'm not talking
That's
to you anymore.
incredibly.
I'm not
yeah.
talking to you anymore.
I'm not even sure what to say to you, sir.
You're welcome.
You honestly need to go back to school or something. I don't know. You need to get re-signed into office if you don't know the public can be in a public office.
Hey, it's me.
Is that under threat of trespass?
Yeah.
Is that under threat of trespass?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed. Right there, that's all I needed. Township Supervisor, Sturgis, Michigan, just threatened to trespass me from public property for recording in public and not surrendering my Fourth Amendment to give them my ID. While all these other members of the public, this car and that black car, are both members of the public that just went into this office to do business while I was getting told I'm not allowed to be in a public office.
Oh my gosh. What's it like to be just as smart as you are? It's got to be brutal. To be so much smarter than
I don't know, it's really hard to educate yourself on just the little stipulations of your office, isn't it? It's like 4 or 5 papers, right?
Did it ever?
That tells you what you have to do.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe since you are getting in trouble at each of these places that you're going, that maybe it's not them, that maybe it's you?
Do you ever think that maybe you guys just think that you own this building and that's why you think you can keep the public out of it?
No, you can't keep the public out of it. They're going in to pay
Really?
taxes.
The public can't go in right now. I just tried to go in, and you threatened to trespass me for it.
You are not somebody that has business.
You threatened to trespass me for going in a public building, remember? So the public cannot go in
Call
there.
the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. How many times I got to say it? I welcome them. Bring them in here. Let's all have a big old sit down.
Do you guys keep black people out too, or just reporters?
Yeah, we're a racist. You gonna put that now?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's a civil rights violation. If you had a sign up here that says no blacks, that'd be a civil rights violation.
You're an idiot.
Not allowing recording in the office is a civil rights violation.
You're an idiot. Did you get that on camera? You're an idiot. Okay? I want that posted wherever you're posted is. You're an idiot. Okay?
Would you make it to 8th grade that you can't figure out your constitutional rights?
You understand?
That you don't know the very basics? This is 8th grade social studies.
Oh, yeah.
You should have this one figured out.
Okay. All right.
You've been alive how long and you don't know your constitutional rights in this country? That you're allowed to record in public? The freedom of the press allows you to go places where
I understand all
the
that.
public is allowed no matter what.
I understand all that.
The government is not allowed to restrict it.
Talking to you or talking around you or whatever.
And you are a representation of the government restricting my rights.
Call the police. If I am restricting your rights, call the police.
Sir, this isn't an emergency. Why would I call the police?
I don't know.
I can go file a report.
It's a big deal.
I can go file a report just the same.
Go start walking and file your report.
I'm sure you'd love for me to leave public property, which you don't think I have a right to be on.
It's just you're just being a nuisance.
I'm not. I'm asking questions of my government, and you guys aren't allowing me to record in public.
You don't need to record in public.
I do. That's
You don't need to
that's
record
freedom of the
there.
press.
Record the foyer.
It's a freedom of the press.
You're the press?
Everybody in the public is a member of the press. It's a freedom granted under the Constitution. Your First Amendment.
All right.
Free speech, free religion, free press, right
understand all
to
of those.
redress your government and protest in assembly.
I understand, but there are limitations to all of it.
Time, place, and manner. You are open. Place, public place. Manner. I'm here to record in public.
Welcome to go in the foyer. It's open. That's all the farther we need to let you go. You do not have an explicit right to go into everything.
I didn't ask you to go in the private areas. I asked you to go in the public offices where you're allowing the public to be.
Right there.
Where you're allowing the public to be. You said that room is public as well. You won't allow me in there either.
You are welcome to come there 4 o'clock, first Monday of the month. Come to the board meeting.
What are you hiding in there? Are you
everything. We're hiding everything.
You guys just don't clean in between
Jimmy
meetings or
Ross's
what?
Body, we got everything in there. My gosh, you're an idiot.
What are you hiding that you don't want the public in a public building?
Once again, come, first Monday of the month. We'll show you all the financials. We'll show you the bills for payment.
And I don't have to do it on your time schedule, sir. You're open today.
I don't know what to tell you.
You guys are already only open half a day, a couple days a week, and you guys can't even bother to let the public in.
Small township, we have very, very little business that occurs here. So we have limited hours.
So it allows you to just be terrified of the public and not do public business?
Terrified of anything. It's just there's no reason for you to be there. It has nothing to do with me.
She claimed it was a safety reason because she was scared to be there by herself, but then she continued to let the next person in.
I already explained that. She probably knows who those are.
Okay.
Because they pay taxes every year. She doesn't know who you are. So, because of that, and because she's a single woman here,
Okay, so and you
to be concerned.
and you or any other member of the township could actually escort me through there. I asked if there was another day where there was another person here that could come through with me.
Don't need to. Don't need to. Not going to.
So you guys feel like you just can't answer questions that the public has?
I'm answering any question you have. What
I just
question do you
asked. Do you guys have another day when there's more than one person here?
have? Monday at 4 o'clock. First Monday of the month. 4 o'clock. You're welcome to come in to the board meeting.
So once a month, this building is open to the public.
Twice.
Why are we paying for this building?
You're not paying anything.
We are.
No.
It comes out of my taxes as well.
No.
Yes, it does.
Township doesn't.
You guys get federal taxes. I guarantee it.
The only federal thing we got was
You get federal funding?
ARPA funds from.
Doesn't matter. That right there is federal funding, and that's my
Whatever you
tax
do.
dollars as well.
Will you please?
This is a public building.
I don't know what to tell you. What time do you have to work at your so-called job?
Why is that so concerning to you?
Well, I would.
I thought you had a job to get back
I
to.
don't want to leave her alone if you're here stalking.
I'm not stalking anybody. That's an insinuation. That's crazy. Why would you say that? Why would you claim that?
You claim we were racist. What would?
No, I said if you had a civil rights thing out there, that would be racist. I said a scenario up. You called me a stalker.
I said I don't need you here stalking me. If you aren't, you aren't. Sounds like you've got a guilty conscience.
Sir, I'm not sure what you think's going on, but you're not going to make it through the next election cycle. I
Yes.
promise you that.
Okay. You knock yourself out.
Your constituents are going to love this video.
You knock yourself out. You put this out wherever you need to put it. I have no fear. And if my constituents don't want me to stay as a township supervisor, they're more than welcome to recall me or whatever they need to do. I have no problem with that. The township constituents, not some outside entities that don't have anything to do with our township. If our township residents.
Well, you're also being supervised by the county, so that comes around as well, where I can speak to county executives about it.
Sure, go for it.
And go ahead and get you removed that way, because you should not be in office if you think the public can't be in a public office.
Go for it. I never said that. I said you can't be in that office.
Because I'm public and I want to record?
Because you're you. Call the police. No?
I'm sure your supervisors are going to love to hear that one.
I don't have a supervisor, but let's try.
Yeah. And when I take it in front of Middleton or the other judges up there at the building, they're going to pass this as okay?
Sure, go for it. If they
You fully believe that you are within your rights in the office right now? That you're not violating any laws?
You're more than welcome to take it to them. My guess is either.
I'll be back in this building to record. I hope you know that.
What?
I'll be back here to record
Okay.
multiple other times, and I'm going to take it up in front of your supervisors.
I don't have supervisors.
I will. This will go in front of the county.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know you don't have supervisors because you feel like you guys are above the law and you're all equals and nobody supervises nobody here.
Supervisor.
No, she said you guys are all equals. She doesn't have a supervisor.
Okay.
She said you're equal to her, remember?
Fine. I don't have a problem with that.
So if you guys are so equal, why would you be her supervisor?
I am.
Or would that be a lie that a public servant just told me?
Stop talking for half a second. My gosh. I am considered and elected as the township supervisor. I am the person, the buck stops here. That's why I came up here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she called me and asked me to come up here. So I could deal with you. Now, so she didn't have to deal with you. That's it. She has her responsibilities with the township.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with the financials and treasury and taxes, all that kind of stuff. I have my responsibilities. I am not necessarily over everybody. I am just considered the township supervisor.
But if you're top of the food chain, you would be her supervisor. That's what you just said. You're top of the food chain. You're the end of the line.
You understand what I heard right there, it makes as much sense as what you've been saying the whole time, right? Which is nothing. Because that was drowned out, whatever you were saying. And that made as much sense as everything you've been saying up to this point in time.
I mean, you can go back to work. That's fine. You can do that.
I want to go back with work if you're standing here with her here.
Well, I'm going to be in the public where I can be. This is a public office, sir. I'm sorry you don't like that. See how they're doing on trash collection. Pretty shitty. 1 piece of trash. 2 pieces of trash. Lots of cans. For drinking. Where's your tag for your fire extinguisher in there? Why is that not up to date?
What's that?
Where's your tag for the fire extinguisher in the lobby? Why is that not up to date? There's no tag on it. Are those out of date, or you just don't have the tags up?
I would have to ask our fire chief about that. He was the one responsible for those.
So the fire chief didn't tag a fire extinguisher after he replaced it? That seems very negligent.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Well, it just seems like something I need to address with the fire chief if they're not tagging fire extinguishers properly.
Go to our website once again. His number is on there. You are more than welcome to call. Let them know that you're a non-township resident that's asking about our fire extinguisher.
Sir, I never said I didn't live in the township.
You told
I never did. No, I didn't. I told her it doesn't matter if I do or not. That's what I told her. You assuming I don't live in the township and can't have a vote in your election is very arrogant.
I hope you're voting someplace. I encourage you to vote wherever you are registered to vote. And if you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote and vote. How much memory you got in the camera? Enough to take lots of stuff? Glad to hear it. You don't need to film in my car. There's nothing in there, but you're just being, this is just being annoying.
Well, it's in public, sir. This is the same reason the police can do it.
This is just
And this tent seems kind of illegal for, it's kind of dark. What's this tent? What percent is that?
Ask the sheriff when he gets here.
So you call the police on the public for being in public?
I call the police because I feel our treasurer does not feel safe. And so they're going to come, and if they decide that you are welcome to go in the building, they will escort you. If you decide you're not, then you won't. I've already made my decision. You get my license plate?
Yep.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Is this a city vehicle or
It
yours?
is.
Okay. It's very nice.
We don't have any vehicles.
Okay.
We are a small township with almost no money. This township hall was built by a township official. It wasn't even built by a township.
Okay.
We just don't have any money. So I don't know what you're...
Well, that kind of information would be cool to get in there as a warm smile from the treasurer, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of cool to be able to walk in there and go, hey, I got some pamphlets, but I didn't see much information about the township. Could you give me some information? So again, wouldn't I be able to get a kind smile when I walk in? And
Well, it depends on how you come in. If you come in...
I came in cordial and polite, sir.
But recording.
Correct, where I'm allowed to do.
But it sets people up. You know that.
Okay, but you being upset about it, my
I'm not upset.
rights aren't trumped by your feelings or her feelings, right? So I'm allowed to record in public.
Okay,
So me recording in public, again, can't be a crime or it can't be rude.
Never said it was. I just said it sets people back a little bit when you are recording. That's all I said. It makes people a little uncomfortable. Well, that and the fact that you didn't seem to arrive here in any sort of a vehicle. You just must have walked in. And so people all of a sudden you just kind of show up. Because normally she looks out the window and can see that people come in the parking lot to do business. And so that freaks her out as well. Just trying.
And again, I told her I understand that you're not comfortable, and that's why I asked for a day with more than one person's here, some cards to contact somebody, and I couldn't get any of that information from her.
We'll have more than one person here in a second when the sheriff gets here, when the deputy gets here. And he will, if he wants to escort you through into the office, you can. But really, the only place you're going to be able to go, you can't go into the clerk's office, you can't go in the treasurer's office because of the things that are in there, tax IDs or tax rules and stuff like that they're dealing with.
They don't have public lobbies in those offices? They don't have a reception desk where you can come up and talk to somebody?
She has a desk out in the outer area that she talks to people.
Out here with the glasses at or out? Okay. Well, that area again would be the public area. Her office would be private. I don't want to go in her office. I wasn't asking that.
There that you can see. It's just a desk.
So why are you so against me going in?
It's just because of the way you present yourself.
Polite?
The same reason the Secretary of State gave you grief is just because of the way you present yourself.
The Secretary of State didn't give me grief. They watched me get assaulted and then made an announcement about people covering their private information. A member of the public.
Did you file a police report?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Good for you. I don't think you should be assaulted.
No, but I feel like that a state official should probably address that. There was a felony that just happened on the property, and maybe they should have called the police. I had to go down to the police department and file a report because they didn't even call.
That's not their. They don't have to do that. So
Really?
like
They have signs up all over behind the counter that says they're going to report any activity to the police.
Against that.
That feels like a policy that they have, right?
Against that.
That they're reporters, that they should be calling the police when a crime happens.
Depends. So then they determine what's a crime?
Well, assault, it seems like a very obvious crime, does it not?
What you consider assault, what other people consider assault.
Well, getting punched straight in the throat would be assault, yes? Correct?
Once again, you are more than capable, obviously, to call the police, which obviously you did. So I don't see much reason to get your panties in a bunch about them not doing it. It's just
Well, it seems like they need to do their job properly, or they need to not work in that job.
their job. When you look at Secretary of State, report anybody that gets assaulted. What if they see somebody assaulted in the parking lot?
They should call that
What if
in.
they see somebody that
If somebody gets assaulted in this parking lot, wouldn't you call that in?
What's that?
If somebody got assaulted in this parking lot, would you call it in?
Depends.
What if a county official beat somebody up, you wouldn't report it, but if somebody beat up a county official, you would?
I don't know what to consider assault. I'm not an expert on assault. So if a person was unconscious and lying on the ground, yes, I would call that in. If a person got hit, I wouldn't worry about that. I'd probably call it. They could call it in themselves. If the police want to talk to me as a witness, I'd be a witness. It's not necessary for me to call that in because the person that got assaulted can call that in.
That seems negligent of your duty as a public servant, doesn't it?
Everything's negligent of my duty.
Well, your duty as a public servant is to serve the public, is it not?
Okay, so am I delivering meals to everybody?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if there's something that happens in front of you that you can take a part in.
Where does that stop?
Okay, what extra does that do to your day?
Somebody roll through a stop sign. Is that my duty to call the police and say, hey?
As a public servant, maybe it would be. I'm not a public servant, so I couldn't tell you that. I don't feel.
You had all the answers. It seems like you pick and choose which ones you have the answer to. But no, it's not my responsibility.
Well, it's the ones I've actually educated myself on, sir. I'm not acting like I'm educated just for no reason. I don't just say that, okay, I know this because I don't know it.
I think
and I'm going to tell you I don't.
Educated for...
That seems more intelligent than lying about it, doesn't it?
I don't know what you're lying about.
Well, if I just told you, yes, you should call that would be lying because I don't know.
I don't either.
Me telling me I don't know, that seems more educated than telling you a lie that, yeah, you should do that, or no, you shouldn't, because I don't know.
But at the same time, you're just telling me if you see something happen in front of you as a public servant, you should be taking care of it.
If you watch a felony happen, yeah, I'm pretty sure government employees...
Now it's a felony?
An assault, yes.
So how do I know what assault's a felony and what's a misdemeanor?
There's not a misdemeanor assault.
It may not rise to the level of assault. It may just be something else. I don't know that. I'm not a police officer. See where your logic kind of gets convoluted eventually? It's just
I see where you want to just dodge the question and not do things properly because you don't have integrity in your job or whatever this is.
That's exactly
that you don't want to actually approach this like an adult. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Anybody that knows me, and the first thing they will say about me is he has no integrity. That's sarcasm.
I said no integrity in the job, sir. I didn't say you as a person.
If I have no integrity in the job, it seems like I would have no...
Well, you just said this is your part-time. You want to get out of here. You don't want to be here. You don't want to address this problem.
Here because you're just being annoying.
Asking to be in a public office where I'm allowed to be.
For what reason?
To record in public, like I asked.
Need to record in public.
It's a freedom to record in public. It's not your right to choose whether I can record in public, sir.
Freedoms, I get it. But not every freedom is unlimited.
Right, time, place, and manner, which is an appropriate time, place, and manner.
10,000 times. And if the sheriff gets here or deputy gets here and he wants to allow you in, he's in charge, he'll allow you in. If he wants to trespass you, he can trespass you. I don't know what he's going to do. I've never had to deal with people like you before because generally people mind their own business and just go about their way.
Well, this is what people fought for when they went to war, is this freedoms that are under the Constitution.
Fight for your right to go in and record in
the First Amendment. They fought for that right.
Yes, I understand. The First Amendment,
which is the freedom of the press, which is recording in public, sir. Which is what I'm trying to do. I understand you want to make it sound like a malicious act, so it sounds better when the police show up.
It doesn't sound like I'm not making a malicious act. It's an annoying act. It's not malicious. It's an annoying act. It is. I don't think you're a danger. I think you're just annoying. If I thought you were a danger, I would take care of this a different way.
I mean, if you were to assault me in public, then that would be a whole issue.
I would have called the police a whole lot earlier than I did. But you don't seem to...
Well, to say that you're going to address it a different way, sir, rather than just call the police doesn't...
I would call the police earlier. You don't seem to hear those yet. I don't know if it's been over years too long or what. I would call the police earlier. You understand that? Rather than wait for a half hour or 45 minutes for everybody. here talk with you before I call the police. If I thought you were a danger, I would have called them right out. Not my business to take care of you. It's the police business to take care of you.
Correct.
Okay. I would agree with that.
I was just addressing your statement that you would have taken care of it a different way. That seems like it was a threat. That doesn't sound like you're going to call the police, sir.
Whatever it is. So you're taking notes. Everything you're going to do, you're going to call, is you're going to go to the judge. You're going to file a report. Seems like there's a lot of stuff you're going to do, and I don't see you taking any notes. I guess you got it on film, so camera. So
I know you're not used to that, but yeah, we can record things and look at them back later. It's this new technology. Obviously not if you don't know the freedoms around the press.
It has nothing to do with tech necessarily.
It does, because it shows where you can record at in public. That would be tech. That would be around your audiovisual program. That would be around you recording for school events where you're in a school setting,
right,
or a public setting with school where you're allowed to record. Can the local news record outside of the school, a public school event? Can they record that from the street?
Would you agree that you have no right to come into a school building where students are and record?
Yeah, that's a restricted area.
Right. This is a restricted area.
That's not. The rest of the public just went in there. I just watched 2 members of the public go in there. It's not restricted.
Students go into school all day. So it's restricted, but we let certain people in. Just like this. Restricted. We let certain people in that have business, paying taxes or whatever. Like I said, you can go in that foyer. You can push that button all you want. You don't need to go in the rest of the office. It's restricted. Certain people.
It seems like a big power trip for you here. I'm not sure what this is, because like you've just admitted there's nothing in there to record that would be out of place for me to record if I'm not in their private offices. So again, I'm not sure what your dysfunction is about this, other than you're on a power trip about not letting people in.
Yeah, this is all a big power trip. I'm going to try and get some work done while I'm standing here. I hope you don't mind.
No, I said go back to work a while ago, dog.
Well, I got to see now until the sheriff deputy gets her wherever. So I know what to do the next time somebody like you shows up.
Well, hopefully they'll tell you not to violate their constitutional rights like you did this time.
Maybe they will.
They educate you on your job and
maybe they will.
the laws around public photography.
I'm always willing to be educated.
You don't seem to want to hear it from me.
That's because I'm not.
There's a Department of Homeland Security memo from 2018 that says you're allowed to record in any public foyers, entrances, lobbies, offices.
Sure, the foyer, entry.
Any and all public foyers, corridors, lobbies,
The other parts are
where the
restricted.
public went is public. It seems strange you have a sign up for taxes and stuff for other public offices in there that's a restricted area,
Sure.
but it's a public office.
Just like we have a sign up that nobody can go into schools where there's students.
Correct.
It's restricted.
But you know, like town hall where I can walk around and I can go up to the offices and talk to the people, because they're supposed to be transparent, where they can speak to the public and not hide the government.
Talk to you all you want.
And not hide the government that's been going on.
What are we hiding?
I'm not sure. You won't let me in to go record, sir. I'm not asking to go in a restricted area. I'm asking to be in the public.
Push the button. Talk to anybody, or I'll answer any questions.
And you just told her not to let me in, so why would she let me in now?
Hello. Yeah. Did I see the what? The hollow? No, I didn't. I had to run out and take care of an emergency or Township Hall. So
An emergency.
I am not at home right now. I will be home as soon as I can get back there. Did they want to meet?
Must have been a fire I didn't hear about. It's an emergency. I wonder if he called 911 for the recording too, because that's an emergency. This guy's hilarious. And he's got shit like this because he's such a hard worker. They can't hang a sign straight. But he's got to come down here for his emergencies. He's funny. Well, while you're here just wasting time, you want to hang that sign straight because that's probably a bad spot for it facing the building where nobody can see it. The handicap placard you guys got up, that's facing the building where somebody's going to park on the sidewalk apparently. You probably want to turn that so it's facing the parking spot since you guys are all did this yourselves and you did it with such pride, right?
We did.
But you hung a sign crooked.
Well, who knows what happened? The snowplow could have.
Well, I mean, the whole pipe turned.
Okay.
It's not bent.
All right.
You think the whole thing got rotated?
I have no idea.
Because it's not torn across the metal, it's just hung wrong.
No idea. We'll take care of it. Thank you for helping us with those.
And I'm not sure what the Michigan statute is on it, but I'm pretty sure those lines are supposed to be blue around those handicap spots.
Say that again.
I'm not sure what the Michigan county law is on it, but I'm pretty sure those lines are supposed to be blue around those handicap spots so you can see them at night as well.
Report that to whoever you need to report it to.
Well, it'll be to your constituents because...
Deputy here, so you can ask him.
Yep.
So you can ask him about my tint. You can ask him about those lines. You can ask him about the handicap thing. You can ask him about the fire thing. What else you want to ask me about?
I don't know, these just seem like things you should be concerned about as a township supervisor taking care of this building, right? Maybe instead of being upset about it, you'd be taking notes and trying to address problems.
Do I look real upset to you?
I'm saying, like, maybe you should just be taking notes. Like, this is something that you guys should address. That sign being hung wrong isn't looking very good on your township. Your guys is not having your fire extinguisher up to date's a fire code violation. For a public building, that's a huge deal.
That you sound like a fantastic candidate to run against me in the next election.
So instead of doing your job, you're just going to tell people to run against you?
Once again, they would have to elect you. So if they think I'm not doing my job, they would have to elect me. If they think I am doing my job, they can re-elect me. That's the way politics works.
And this is the way the free press works, is we show you not doing your job so your constituents can see that.
All right.
So they can know that you're wasting our public dollars.
Blast it out there. I'm sure everybody's going to be concerned because the handicap sign is turned a little bit off.
Well, it's just your neglect of the building. You guys don't care enough to take care of certain things that are required by private businesses every day that would get them fined and shut down by the city or the county, and you guys are above that for some reason? Why?
You're telling me a sign turned that way is going to get a private business?
I didn't say just that. I said also the fire extinguisher. That's a fire code violation. That's a whole ticket.
Report it. Report it. You talk a lot, but you don't speak a good much.
Well, I don't see a police officer here to report it to, do I?
You'll be here, I'm hoping, shortly. I'd like to get back there.
It seems like a real emergency since they're rushing.
Well, I called Central Dispatch. I didn't call 911 because it's not an emergency.
But you said it was an emergency. Remember, you just said that. It was an emergency.
I came up because my treasurer called me and said she was uncomfortable. If you're here, which to me constitutes an emergency. I want to get up here and make sure that she's safe. What's going on? That's what I constitute this emergency. She called and said, hey, I got somebody here I don't feel safe.
Were you running stop signs on the way here because it was an emergency? Were you running stop signs because it was an emergency?
No, I was not.
Okay.
Actually, I was
Were you speeding?
time because I called our attorney to see what her advice was.
And she said I was allowed to be here?
No, she hasn't called me back.
Okay.
I left a message. And you are welcome to be here. You can be here. You can be in the foyer. Or you can talk to me right here, which you've been doing for 45 minutes. Or whatever.
It's strange to me that you guys are so complacent. You guys feel like you don't have a job to do. That
If I didn't have a job, if I didn't feel like I had a job to do, I wouldn't be up here. I'm up here with you because I'm taking care of what I consider township business. Township business is making sure that our building stays safe and don't let in
From a
people
camera?
that shouldn't be in. I don't know what you have. I don't know what's your backpack.
Well, I would have left my backpack at the front desk if that was a requirement. I mean, certain government buildings have x-rays. It's that level of you were checked before you come in. Obviously, I'm not coming in with a weapon. I'm coming to report.
You are welcome to come in to the foyer. That gets you in the building. There you go.
But I'm not allowed in the other public offices where the public's allowed.
It is restricted.
The public's allowed.
It is restricted. The public is allowed.
Restricted to officials or the public?
Planning commission meeting, public is allowed. Board meeting, public allowed. Other than that, it's restricted.
And you have a county ordinance about that? Or a township ordinance?
Check.
So I'd like to see it. Since you're restricting it, but you have open business hours.
Ordinance is on the website.
No, I'd like to see it. You say it's a thing. You can go look it up. You guys have your computers in there.
I don't need to look it up. I don't care.
Well, I mean, you are a public servant, and I'm asking you for public information, which would be.
On the website. I'm telling you it's on the website.
And I'm asking you for a paper copy, sir.
Look it up on the
Okay, I'm officially FOIA requesting a copy of your policy that says
FOIA request has
the
to be
general.
in writing.
Give me a piece of paper, then, sir.
Give a FOIA request. Go online.
No, sir. I'm doing it in person on paper. Hi, I'm looking to get a FOIA request or a piece of paper to fill out a FOIA request on. Your township supervisors are refusing to get me anything, so I'd like you to get me a piece of paper or a FOIA request, please, and a pen.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, you're in the office. You are welcome to do business in the office.
But not in the publicly accessible parts of the office where this gentleman's about to go.
It's restricted.
Where this gentleman's about to go.
It's like a school is restricted. There are certain people that can go in.
So you check IDs in every government office.
What's that?
You check IDs in this government office?
I don't know what she does. I'm not doing her job. She probably looks at their tax bill and makes sure they have taxes to pay. I don't know. Not my business. Because she is the treasurer and she takes care of that.
She better have a written rule from the township that says that I'm not allowed to be in here unless I'm doing taxes or other office business. I'm sorry, you said the other one was a commissioner or?
You're welcome to come in. Anybody from the public is welcome to come into a planning commission meeting at 7:00.
Planning commission,
the
okay.
fourth Monday of the month, or the board meeting, which is the first Monday of the month at 4:00. Any member of the public, doesn't have to be a township president. Any member is welcome to come in.
But all week long, planning and taxes are allowed.
That includes what?
But all week long, you have open for planning and taxes.
Not planning.
What was the other thing then? There was another.
It's just restricted to anybody that has.
There-
if people have questions, they can
Right.
come in and get questions over this. Yeah.
No, I'd like a piece of paper, please. Just a blank piece of paper will work. I'm allowed to fill out a FOIA request on paper in person at the office.
Deacon, Zeta,
It's the law. I'm allowed to fill it out in person. It doesn't have to be online. No, ma'am, I need a piece of paper. I want to do it in person.
all right, we need to come on out. You can go online and get it.
I need a piece of paper. I'd like
You
to do
can
it in
get your own
person.
paper. You want me to shoot your back?
Are you denying me FOIA? Okay, I'm asking for a piece of paper like it says I'm allowed to do it in person.
Your camera.
I'm asking you for a piece of paper so I can fill out a FOIA request, ma'am.
Hey, got Zeta, the sheriffs or the deputies here, so we'll take care of it out here.
Denying services. Thank you. Sheriff number 75117. Car number 117.
I'm sorry for this.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you?
First Amendment auditor.
Okay.
I've told him he can go into our outer foyer,
Okay.
but he is not allowed to go into our main office.
Okay.
The treasurer's here by herself. She called me. We're not here full time. She's
Okay.
here. She called me and said she was uncomfortable, so I came up. I'm the supervisor for the township.
Mm-hmm.
I explained to him many times. He was welcome to go in. We've got a little intercom system. You can talk to whoever he wants to talk to. He can't go into the other areas restricted.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to want
It's
to
a
take
restricted
that.
area.
I've seen 3 other members of the public walk back there. That seems very unrestricted.
It's restricted to people that are paying their
It
taxes.
seems like it's very unrestricted, sir. And
Residents that have taxes.
what I asked is if that area is restricted while she's here alone. I understand that she's uncomfortable and she's an older woman, and she said that to me. And I said, I understand that, ma'am, But is there another day where maybe there's two of you here, or a day where I can get here and I can get a card from somebody, another member of this office, where I can speak to somebody about coming in? Because I understand she personally feels uncomfortable, but she cannot restrict access to this office simply because she chooses to. There needs to be a law in place. This is open for public business. It's open for business.
Meeting, which is public. Anybody in the public can come in and board meeting. Fourth Monday is planning commission. First Monday of the month is board meeting. Anybody from public can come into our board meetings and more than welcome to come. Still like to see the same. So.
You're all set?
I'd like to be able to record in the public building where other members of the public are allowed to be. That seems very like it's a civil right.
You could go in the foyer,
The other members of the public have been going back into the offices.
and they're there for a reason.
Correct, and I'm here for a reason. I'm here to record and be a member of the press.
You're there to pay taxes?
I'm here to check out the services available at the office, like I've told them.
Well, they said you could go in the foyer.
All right, and they're now denying FOIA requests when I asked them for a FOIA request. They told me
That's it then.
they're telling me I have to do a FOIA request online, which that's not the law, and you know that. Just because they're township officials doesn't mean they're above the law.
Circles. I don't know what my options are. I don't know. I called our attorney to see what options she has. So I don't know if he can be trespassed.
From public for recording in public?
I don't know.
That's not a crime, sir. I've told you that.
Leaving her here alone with him kind of stalking and recording through the windows and things like that. Escort in too?
All day.
You can stay on the foyer all day, but at some point in time, she's got to leave and go home now.
Right. I'll escort her out.
I don't know how long she's staying.
So again, you guys are denying me a FOIA request because I've asked for a piece of paper so I can fill out a FOIA request. It's not a requirement to do it online, ma'am, and you know that.
I'll get you a piece
Go put it right down through here.
Because right as you pulled up, they were in the middle of denying me a FOIA request. They were telling me I have to do it online, showing me a QR code, telling me I wasn't allowed to get a piece of paper.
We'll get you one.
Seems strange the police need to be here for you to do your job, sir.
Why are you being hateful?
Huh?
Why are you being hateful?
It's surprising he can't do his job properly. So why do you have to be here to get him to do his job? I asked for that paper already.
piece of paper.
Pen, sir?
You got a backpack. What's in your backpack?
Again, you're denying me a FOIA request because you won't give me a pen to fill it out.
Sure, a person could be more annoying than you are.
Probably your wife.
All right, got that all set for me? I realize there may be a cost for a FOIA request, correct? Depending on the amount of hours it takes to gather the information.
24.
You're allowed to assess reasonable costs. Thank you very much.
I need a copy that's signed that you guys received that, please.
Ink pen.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, actually, now I got smarts.
And once again, no tag on this fire extinguisher. Just dead empty. Because rules for thee and not for me. Government's above all that.
There's yours.
Thank you.
Signed. Good to go?
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that the officers should probably write a ticket for you guys about this fire extinguisher you guys got out of date.
You're welcome to talk to her about this.
You guys want to bother to address the fact that they don't have an up-to-date fire extinguisher? There's no tag on it? That seems like a crime in any other business, isn't it?
You must be in training.
You're not as good as all the other guys.
Were you just not going to address that then? You're going to ignore it? That's a public building? Or
I explained to him I would talk to our fire chief. That didn't seem to...
I always hate it when people take me and don't get my skinny anymore.
so you're just ignoring the public now?
I just hope he gets my good side.
Yeah.
I gave him So, got your FOIA request, my man.
Very professional,
What's your
Sheriff.
name?
Glad you can ignore the public. You're just not going to address that? Isn't that a crime that you just witnessed?
Take it up with the fire marshal.
I'll take it up with the sheriff's department since you don't want to do your job about it. You drink and drive just like the sheriff? Hitting the bottle a little too hard? Seems like intimidation right there. She potentially pulled all the way up to me like that. I'm in the parking spot. Weird. 75117.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Unsafe driving officer. I'm sure your sergeant's gonna like to hear about that one. That was real intimidation tactics right there.
Yeah.
I was all the way in a parking spot and you want to pull a nose up to me like that?
Really?
Standing in an empty parking lot? That's gonna look really good to your supervisors right there.
I suggested that because he was threatening me with that kind of stuff. So he's,
I never threatened you, sir.
well, you said you were going to talk to Judge, file a report. Judge
Correct, because you're not doing your job as a public
I
servant.
told him to knock yourself out. I asked him to call the police if he wanted to. I asked him to, he's going to get somebody, I'll get me recalled. Are you getting me recalled? I don't know. I don't know all the things you told me to do. But anyhow, so.
Yeah, but saying false police report to the police is illegal. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. They'll keep working on it, I'm sure.
I need the call number for this call, officer. I need the call number. Hey, I need the call number. Fucking pig!
Did you yourself arrested if you're not careful.
I ain't gonna get arrested. I'm the freedom of speech, bud. Try again.
Well, you could be arrested for obstruction, not obstruction, disorderly conduct. Shoot, it's a his thing.
You worried about me stealing it? You're stealing it. Funny. Hey, call number. I need the call number. I need the call number. Call dispatch or pull it up. I need the call number. Ma'am, give me the call number. That's fine. I'll talk to your supervisor about it. Car number 117. Fucking tyrant. Dirty pig. All this fucking equipment, she don't want to do her goddamn job. Fucking pigs. Part-time police officers around here, sitting around doing nothing. Can't even pull up a call number. She must really not know how to do her job. Call number.
You must be in training.
I need the call number. Now, I need the call number, ma'am. It's your policy. I need the call number now. Call him. Supervisor. Call your supervisor. You call him. That's your policy. Call him. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I know your sheriff's a drunk, but your policy is to call your supervisor. There is a difference. Call number.
I know you're getting angry, but hey,
That's fine. I need the call number, ma'am. I need you to do your job. Instead of being such a fucking lazy pig. Yeah. Lazy pig. That's what you're being right now. I'm glad you can sit there and drink your pop all day, but you need to do your fucking job. Do your fucking job then. All right. A little flat, but they're all right. All right, today is 9:25. It's the next day down at Sturgis Township Hall. I made some calls this morning trying to figure out some information before I came back and spoke with the gentleman who's working here today. He said he's totally comfortable with us coming in and walking the building. He's not really sure what was going on yesterday, what was going on with that. So, how you doing, boss? I spoke with you on the phone earlier today.
You just walk in and look in the boardroom.
The boardroom down the hall where people are allowed to go. Like, I'm not looking to go anybody's private offices. I just want to be in the public.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Appreciate you, sir.
Yeah.
And you were Mark, right?
I'm the deputy clerk. Are you affiliated with any organization?
No, sir. And your name was?
Mike Boblik. I'm
How
the
you doing?
deputy clerk. That's Mark Bowen, clerk.
It's the Sturgis Township boardroom. I really like your guys' flags. You guys have them in really good shape.
Our flag?
Outside and in here, they're in really good shape. You guys don't have them.
Just replace them outside.
Nice clock too. Is that a local artist or is that something you guys ordered on?
That was a local artist.
Okay. Statement.
So as soon as you came back to town, you started getting rain. We were all running fire. Yeah. We need it. So. So hopefully, have you looked this afternoon from Abby?
No, I will.
Yeah. it'd be nice.
Land use map.
That chunk of wood on the wall there was from a tree that was just over here.
It was on the property or was it just in town?
Yeah. it
Okay.
fell down, so they cut slabs off it.
Yeah.
And then our former supervisor took it to his son, who had like a laser.
Like a laser cutter. Okay.
Whatever, and did all that stuff.
Is that, I didn't think that was that.
Yeah, that didn't do that.
No.
And then I was here the day we hung it to four of us.
Yeah. Yeah, but, and how's it hung?
There's a big bracket mounted on the big.
Okay, across multiple studs.
And it just, and it's a slide thing.
Yeah,
It just slides inside the other.
yeah. Yeah, first string way.
Okay.
Trying to think while I have you here, Mike, if there's anything else I can think of. I don't know. I mean, if we don't hear anything, I'm off Thursday, Friday.
Oh, okay. So she
Hannah's
said,
in town.
yeah, she said they're ready. Just received the second shipment, so it sounds like they're all there, whoever wants to pick them up. But it doesn't sound like the media is ready yet.
Well, what good does it do without the meeting?
It doesn't, because you can't do anything with it.
Right.
I mean, in theory, you could.
Clerk,
process it,
treasurer,
sending out.
But she told us. we had
zoning
to balance
administration. So is the rest of these hallways available too?
it.
Or
Yeah, you
okay.
can walk down the hallway.
Just from what I was gathering yesterday, nothing was very accessible. So I wasn't quite sure if you.
probably saw everything from the outside. You know.
You guys got an upstairs here too,
Yeah, just
like just storage.
Yep.
This is a really well kept building for around Sturgis too. He was saying you guys built this as the township supervisors.
This was formerly Bowles Water Conditioning.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when the township took over and did all this, there's our supervisor, George Morris, he oversaw this. So they did this work probably 2006 and 2007.
Okay.
Dedicated it then.
Mm-hmm. Just remodeled.
Yeah, basically, I don't even know what it looked like inside,
Mm-hmm.
as far as office space and stuff.
Well, there was a garage door over there.
Yeah, I think
saw
because
that
you go up
from
in the attic,
Yeah.
you could see the
old tracks.
the tracks from the old garage door. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you guys know if your fire extinguishers are up to date? You guys
They
don't have
should be.
tags on any of them to mark.
Okay.
So the one out in the lobby doesn't have one. I don't see one on that one over there.
I've had that discussion with the fire chief for the Township, and he looked at them, and I'm gonna get those on a PM along just to make sure that those are annually addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he usually comes because they have fire board meetings here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So he usually checks those, plus he checks the battery and the AED.
And then you have the
Yeah.
it says okay,
Right.
and it yells at you when it's bad. But
Well, it's good that you guys are getting regular maintenance on that. I was kind of worried about it yesterday when your town supervisor wouldn't even speak to me about it. He didn't want to go inside to check the paperwork and see if they were up to date. He didn't feel like he should be calling the fire chief himself to figure that out since he didn't know.
yeah, I've
So
had
are
the
you,
discussions.
are you doing your recording and inspection at other townships?
Right now I'm just around Sturgis, but I've been around to a couple different places. I've recorded in LaGrange, just a couple, just kind of local right now, but I believe that the local governments, at least in this area, are getting too complacent. I've had issues with the state police around here about them not wanting to take a FOIA request and entirely ignoring it because they're up in Lansing. They don't feel like they have to respond to you. So I want to make sure that everything's squared away down here, obviously, before I start going after the big fish. I want you guys to be able to be doing your job properly and serving the public. And you guys presented very courteous to me, and I came in doing the same to you. And yesterday was just, unfortunate sight on
Sounds like
your
that's
guys'
going
township.
really fast. Yeah.
Hopefully you guys could either get him straightened out as your guys' supervisor or.
Yeah. Well, I think, like Mark said, it escalated quickly because there was a miscommunication, a lack of understanding.
But he's also under the impression that you need to give up your name to be in the building. He kept telling me that the reason everybody else was allowed to go in is because he gave her their name. And that's not the law. That's not how you guys operate. You guys have just shown you don't have a policy against
Well,
us.
it's a public building.
Right.
Right.
We've had people attend our board meetings who are not township residents.
Every month.
Mhm.
Because it's an open meeting.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, we don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure why she was upset, but yeah.
But I appreciate you guys putting a good light on the township. It's going to be a nice end of the video to be able to present that, you guys do have some positive people in the township and your government is working towards the right things and not just trying to secret the building.
Right.
So
Yeah.
appreciate you, gentlemen. You have a great day.
Thank you. We'll see you.
All right. And just like that, recording inside of Sturgis Township where it is not allowed, according to the town supervisor, and is able to be restricted to the public. As you see, it's not very restricted. I appreciate these two gentlemen today. I remember the one gentleman's name was Mark. I can't remember the other gentleman's name. He said it in the video, though. Appreciate you guys. You did an awesome job for your township today, and you made me believe that you guys at least have some hope of doing good without all having to be elected out of office. So, again, I appreciate you gentlemen, and you guys have a great day.